I think one of the things that stuck out to me was when you said, like, I don't know exactly if these are the words you did, but it's what I interpreted it as is like the skill of winning matches, like learning how to win matches. Because I believe that the best players win matches when they're not playing their best, and they'll go through
Agree
a
completely.
bunch of matches when they're not at their best. And I've had I started the year playing. I play doubles, so I started the year at around 400, and up to now is halfway through the year, and I'm around 260 now, and I feel like I've been having the best year to date of my career. And part of the reason is that I don't think all of the weeks and all of the matches that I've won, I've been playing at my best, but I'm getting through it, and it's just I think I'm learning a lot more about just managing momentums in the match, managing like, oh, I sense that the person is feeling a little bit pressure here. Now is the time to press, or now is the time to make them play balls, or now is the time to just put a ball in. Like just learning that skill, and I play doubles, and I just want to know what you thought about it because it sounded to me like it's something you learned at a young age, like just by watching, like you said, watching your brothers play and talking tennis with your coach. But then later, when you developed the serve more and you developed the forehand more, you also had that as a foundation, as like you added with the forehand, you added with the serve, but you also had just how to win tennis matches. I believe that's a huge skill that people look past a lot, especially with the level being so close. Like everyone can hit the ball, everyone can serve, everyone can run and like hit the ball off the ground, but it's just competing is something that's being missing. Like you just have to really compete.
And the base level having to be so high.
Yeah, I agree completely with everything you say because if you ask me like now I'm 30 in the world, I'm in the race, I'm 22, 23, I'm having one of my best seasons. I missed a couple of weeks. If you ask me now, what did I improve compared to the last 2 years? Well, I'm winning matches on my worst days. I'm winning matches without playing great tennis. And by doing so, you're giving yourself another chance the next day
one Hundred
to
percent.
play a better level. Um, I'm someone who I think, I don't know how a lot of players see it, but I'm someone whenever I play a match, I look more on the other side of the net than I look at myself. Like like you said, seeing what's going on the other side of the net, I think that's so important. Like I've had matches where I felt terrible, but I looked at the other side of the net and I see a guy who's also about to freak out and shouting to his coach and probably even feels worse than I do. But I am someone I've always been pretty negative towards myself inside. I've been really hard with myself always. I still am. It's getting better, but I can be very, yeah, brutal with myself. Um, but sometimes just by looking to the other side of the net, seeing what the other player is going through, it helps so much. And like you say, what why do Alcaraz and Sinner and top 10 guys go deep in every tournament? Well, they survive early round without playing great tennis. Like they basically win matches that they need to win, and then you can start playing. And of course, if you want to win tournaments, if you want to go deep in a slam, deep in a thousand, you need to have a good level. You need to play a certain level. At some point, you're not going to get away with this level. But
Yeah.
still, my biggest improvement myself over the last 1.5 years is winning matches on bad days where I don't feel where you physically don't feel great. Mentally, I have days where I'm also not 100% there, but trying to control these days, control these moments, is one of the biggest strengths you can have, I think. And then something else you said about the momentum in a match, like best of five, playing best of five learned me so much about the momentum in a match because it's crazy how momentum can change within 1 or 2 points,
Yeah.
especially in a best of five. Like how you can let two sets slip or all of a sudden you're in the fifth. Like there's so many examples with this. I think in a best of three, the momentum is a little bit less, but still there are so many momentum shifts which can change the match completely. And my biggest I think one of my biggest problems, which holded me back a lot, was I always wanted to feel the ball well. I always said to my coach, like, yeah, I don't feel the ball. I don't feel the ball. Even though I was winning 6-2, 6-3, I did exactly tactically to make the opponent uncomfortable. And tactically, it was perfect match. But feeling wise, I didn't feel it. Like, I didn't feel great. And this is the thing that I lost over the years, and I still have it sometimes that I tell my coach like, yeah, I want to feel the ball, just feel the ball. But now I realize that to win matches, you don't need to feel the ball.
I
And
agree, 100%.
I'm also someone like I started to serve very, very well. Well, if I look at the stats on the serve, I'm very high, but on the return, I'm very low. But at the same time, my coach always told me, like, listen, you need to break once a set to win a set. You don't need to break two or three times because you barely get broken yourself. So that's also like I won my first grass title that I won. I returned like a kid of 12 years old, but once a set. I connected a couple of returns. I broke and I surfed my way out of it. So that's also like just looking at every match by himself. Like, how am I gonna win this match? What does my opponent do? Like I said, I have been very fortunate to have good people around me, especially with Christoph, by looking a lot tactically. He learned me a lot tactically. Like now, whoever I play, the first thing I look is like, okay, what is the other guy's game plan? How he wants to play? How he doesn't want to have his balls? And that's how I'm gonna play. Like, I think I'm lucky. I think I'm kind of lucky to also have a lot of options myself. I'm someone who should play very offensive, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm also the guy who likes to be defensive and run and play a running lob. Like Murray has been my biggest hero all these years. I just loved it so much, like grinding, grinding. I enjoyed that part as well. So, but I'm also the guy who can play serve and volley now and then. So it's been now it's nice to have all these options. As a junior, it was tough because I didn't know which one to choose, and you always choose the wrong one, you feel like. Now you can settle that better. But a momentum, like recognizing a momentum in a match, is for me one of the most important things. Like recognizing when you need to put a little bit of pressure, when you step in, try to follow to the net, just put pressure on the other side. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you hit the ball, how you feel the ball. As long as you win the point in the end, that's what counts.
That's one of my biggest regrets from my singles. Like I think that's I guess the skill that you said you developed and you value so much, and like one about feel, like feeling the ball, and then two, just competing. And you know when someone looked across the net and looked at me, probably in singles, they saw that they had it. They probably see
Yeah.
frustration from me. They see maybe some stress from me, and that's something that I regret that I didn't change when I played singles. And that's for sure something that now that I'm playing doubles that I want to make sure that I change. So when someone looks
Yeah.
across the net from me, they see someone who's engaged. They see someone who's ready to take on the point instead of someone who's afraid of the point or someone who's frustrated I don't want them to look over and see me panicking or see me frustrated. I want
Yeah.
them to have fail, and that's something that I think is a big, big, big part of tennis.
Yeah,
Bro,
and
I
it's funny. Sorry, one thing.
yeah,
Sorry,
go.
one thing. I
Yeah, Justin,
I
shut up.
also
Justin, we're talking.
I spoke to I had no when I had no coach.
It's my
I
friend.
was looking. I was looking for a coach, and I spoke to a coach, and I was interested in working with him, and he worked with some good players before. And I asked him, like, how do you see my tennis? How do you see my style? How do you think I should play? And he said, like, well, we never could find any holes against you. The only thing I told my player, like, stay with him, stay there till 5 all, 6 all. He's gonna freak out at some point. I mean, I still someone sometimes who can destroy a racket or who can go nuts to my coach or send my coach away. I'm
That's the
pretty much
guy I know.
outspoken, on that. But it was interesting for me to hear. Like I play a guy top 15, top 10 in the world, and his coach told him like, yeah, I don't have any holes in his game, but just stay with him. He's gonna freak out, and that's your moment to push. And that gave me such an eye opener for me. Like, listen, if you want to beat those guys, if you want to beat those top 10, top 20 guys, you need to stay there mentally. Like Alcaraz, Sinner, what they do well? Well, they see their opponent is shaking. Well, they're there, and that's
Yeah,
that's probably the biggest strength these guys have. Like they see you are not very comfortable, they are all over you, and it's not always working, but in the end, it's gonna pay off. And
I agree.
that's what I changed a lot lately, the last year, just mentally trying to stay there every point, and also I if I lose a match, it sounds maybe weird, but it's not changing my life. Like it just adds to the whole journey you're having, and I enjoy the whole journey so much. I have beautiful people around me. I have people around me which which I love traveling with, and which I love sharing this whole journey with, that I enjoy so much what I'm doing. And I think the hard thing in tennis, of course, is like there's so little moments where you can just be quiet or stay in the moment and realize about what you're doing or about what you're having, or you win a tournament, 48 hours you play later. I win Mallorca, within 48 hours I'm playing first round Wimbledon. I need to go from Mallorca 35 degrees, humidity as hell, to Wimbledon,
They
completely
did you bad,
different
huh?
court.
You couldn't start a day later? Like didn't you start pretty
No,
early at
they
Wimbledon?
they put me Monday, and then also like they put you last match on Monday to give you more time. But it's the worst thing because you need to wait all day, and you go on court at 7 in the evening. And well, I lost in three, but if I would have won one set, we couldn't have played another set. So then you play the day after. So those are just little things, but those are also choices you make by playing a week before a slam. And on the other hand, I'm taking the title any day over
100%.
first round Wimbledon. Sorry to tell you. I told
100%.
everyone, sorry, I don't care. At the end of my career, everybody's telling me how many titles I have or what my highest ranking has been. Nobody's talking about first round I lost against Brooksby at Wimbledon. Sorry to tell you. I would have loved to do better, but on the other hand, I'm taking that title. Sorry, guys.
Thanks for
Yeah.
watching this clip. If you want to watch the full episode, the link is in the description down below.